July 19th, SRC Arena. Get your tickets.
Wake up with Maggie and Perloff, weekday mornings 6 to 10 on WSKO Syracuse, a Cumulus Media station. The voice of the Central New York sports fan, The Score, 1260. Welcome to your home for local sports in Syracuse. Outside the Box Score with Mark Rowlands starts right now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Outside the Box Score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the Score 1260. Solo show today. Josh got so mad about the Nathan's hot dog eating contest last week that he decided to opt out for the show this week. No, that's not true. Josh is at a bachelor party, I believe, in Lake George, New York. Lovely Lake George, New York. A place I've vacationed many times. Saw this morning. He is playing golf right now. Jim, I want to confirm that Josh right now is in fact playing golf. I can't say I won't be doing the same in a couple hours. I got a 1 o'clock tee time, but that's beside the point. Stone, I'm glad you're in here. I was talking. And by the way, the people I'm talking to are not just the random voices in my head. If you want to interact with me during the show, besides calling in, which you always can do during the breaks, 315-671-1260, is you can check out the live stream. I've got a camera set up in the studio, slightly different setup today than I'm experimenting with some different camera setups. We don't have the same lighting in here that I used to, so I'm trying to make things look as good as I can. But you can go to twitch.tv/marker_box. Follow me on Twitter at marker_box. The show is live streamed there as well. Or you can go to YouTube, the Score 1260 YouTube channel. The show is live streamed and stored there afterwards as well. But we got stoned in the chat as Pat continues to make fun of my appearance in the chat, as he always does. Stone, you were at Fenway last night for the electric Cedar Rafaela walk-off home run. Dave O'Brien getting more excited than he has for anything in the last 15 years with his call. I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day, very good golfer, Johnny Gruninger, who's also a Red Sox fan. And this was just 4 or 5 days ago, maybe not even that. And he was like, Mark, the Sox they're starting to get hot. And I'm like, Johnny, don't fall into the same trap that we keep falling into with this team. They're just mid. They're just mid. And now they've won 8 in a row at Fenway Park, and they're on like a 7-game winning streak or something like that. And they beat the Rays on a walk-off home run by one of the kids. And I'm starting to fall back into the trap, Stoned. They're only a couple of games back of the Yankees now. Toronto is reachable. They might... This team is not that good. But here's the thing, Jim. Jim says the Red Sox will have some good trade options to offer at the deadline. Here's the thing. Right now, I don't know if this team is going to sell. They already sold. They're probably going to be buyers. And I don't know who they're going to trade for. They already traded their franchise player. And then they're going to be buying at the deadline after trading Rafael Devers. That's not how that's supposed to work. If you trade your franchise player a month and a half before the deadline, you're supposed to sell at the deadline. There's just something about this team. They're giving me a little hope. There's a little magic at Fenway. It pains me. I want to be out on this team. I really do. I want to be out on the Red Sox right now. I just can't. I just can't do it. Stone, you're right. You can't help but be romantic about baseball when Fenway was rocking like it was last night. When the Sox are playing inspired baseball, it's just so hard to be out. I'm Pacino in The Godfather Part 3, which we don't really recognize, but the great line is, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. That's right when I started saying, I'm done. I am absolutely done with this team. They go on this streak. Now, I know it started in Washington, and Washington isn't very good. And then they went to Colorado, and Colorado isn't very good. I understand this. But now they've got Tampa. They've got a divisional opponent who's 5 games over 500. Shane Baz is on the mound tonight. He's nasty. He's got a 4.3 ERA, but his stuff is better than that. But we've got Crochet. We've got our guy, our ace, the guy that we went to get from the White Sox in the offseason. He's on the bump. 9-4 with a 2.39 ERA. 4 o'clock. First pitch. I'll probably be watching that one on my phone while I'm on the golf course. Because I just can't quit him. As much as I want to. I just can't do it. Pat said in the chat earlier, the Yankees are back. Big win from the Yankees last night over the Cubs. Cody Bellinger saying, listen, I enjoyed my time in Chicago, but I'm in a new spot now. So you guys pitch to me. I'm going to be hitting 3 bombs. Yankees won a big one over the Cubs last night in the Bronx. Pat says Belly is good again. He sure is. I was looking at his numbers last night, and I was like, since when are his season numbers this good? With how slowly he started the season, his season numbers are rock solid. Stone said he has to drive to Maine during the game tonight, unfortunately. That's tough. That's tough, Stone. Yeah, but Belly had a really tough April, and he's just kind of back. Like, Cody Bellinger's numbers just sort of look like Cody Bellinger's numbers, which that deal made me so annoyed. Yeah, he's hitting 285 with 16 bombs, 54 RBI, and 838 OPS. He's just solid. Just absolutely solid. But that move made me so mad because I knew Cody Bellinger was going to be so good for the Yankees. And I really like Cody Bellinger. And I don't like the fact that he's on the Yankees because I think he's a lot of fun to watch when he's hot. The problem is when he's not hot, he's real bad. But just solid all-around player. Can play like 4 different positions. I really like the guy. And Pat, you're right. He should have been a Yankee a long time ago. I feel like in a perfect baseball romance world, he would have gotten traded after like year 4 with the Dodgers straight to the Yankees. There would have been no Cubs stint, this like in between thing. He would have just gone Dodgers, Yankees, and then he would have spent the rest of his life in pinstripes. Schwarber should not have been a Yankee. Schwarber was born to play for the Red Sox, and I am so mad it only happened that 1 year. Kyle Schwarber is as Red Sox of a guy as you can get. So I totally disagree. I understand he's a lefty that pulls the ball. This is the thing people don't understand about Fenway. Right field at Fenway has a decent chunk of it that's pretty short. The right field line at Fenway, I think, is actually shorter than right field at Yankee Stadium. Don't tell other Red Sox fans that. But the right field line at Fenway is like 310 feet. It's 314 at Yankee Stadium. So he fits right in at Fenway. And plus, he does have good oppo power, too. He loved peppering balls off that green monster. And plus, his name is Schwarber. I mean, it doesn't get much more Boston than that. Oh, it's 310 to left, 302 down the right field line. 302. It's barely, that's nothing. But yeah, you can't convince me that Kyle Schwarber was born to play anywhere but Boston. I'm glad he likes Philly. You know, he was a good Cub. He was a good National. I just wish I would have given Schwarber $25 million to play there. Love him. Absolutely love that guy. So I will not hear any Schwarber should be a Yankees slander in my chat. Patrick. Also, Pat, were you at Saratoga opening day yesterday? I do have to ask. Jim tagged me in a tweet on Twitter, which of course is where you get tagged. Oh, you weren't? That's a shame. Jim asked me if Saratoga Pat was at opening day. We saw Portnoy was there. That's a shame. And what else do you have going on? It's not like you had to go to work. Oh, bad weather in Saratoga today. That's interesting. Looked like a beauty there yesterday. We've had beautiful weather in central New York all week. It's been great. Finally looking forward to maybe playing some more golf with this wonderful weather we've had. We do have to take a timeout. Come back in just a few minutes. We're going to talk MLB All-Star. Rosters are out. There have been plenty of snubs, including, I'd say a couple from the Philadelphia Phillies, but just snubs all over the place. And a rookie getting in that really, I don't know about this one. So talk about that and much, much more. Wimbledon, women's finals going on right now as well. We can talk about that. It's a shame Josh isn't here to discuss, but take a time out. Be right back.
This summer with Kohl's, you can rack up the compliments. Like, where'd you get?
Yeah, Sedan. Guy's a stud. Stoned. Kid's real good.
All right, Takis fans. Wendy's knows you love your Takis Fuego chips. So we thought, why not make a Takis Fuego meal with a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich with spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips and creamy corn spread. Plus, it comes with
Third and more in Major League Baseball since the start of June. Yeah, I mean, he's already at 4 Baseball Reference WAR for the year. He's got 13 home runs, 12 stolen bases. The on base being 314 is tough. 116 OPS plus on the season. He's borderline. You gotta love a hot streak from the couch on the ponies, Pat. You gotta love that. Stone, you're in the area. What is what's the consensus nickname for Rafaela? What are the New Englanders calling him? Because I'm seeing his 2 nicknames on Baseball Reference. They list him as C-Note or Raffy, which it's not Raffy. We had Raffy. We traded him. Are people calling him C-Note? You're calling him New Raffy. Okay. SETI. I like SETI. Yeah, C-Note. I don't know who's calling him that. I've never heard that either. Also, apparently, one of his 3 middle names, because his name is, because he's got 3 of them. One of his middle names is Chipper. Sedan, Chipper, Nicasio, Marte, Rafaela. Love that. Speaking of chippers, I don't know where this is going to go. Oh, yeah, I forgot Chip's wedding was coming up. Yeah. Yeah, Pat, we'll get together next week. Maybe when are you in, what dates are you in town? When are you coming in? How long you staying? Give me the lowdown. We'll figure something out. Getting in super late Thursday night. Okay. Leaving super early Monday morning. Is the wedding Saturday? All right, so it sounds like a Friday night outing for us. Because I work St. Pat's Parade golf tournament Sunday. Oh, that's fun. So yeah, sounds like a Friday night for us, Pat. I get out of work at about 9 on Fridays. So may stop at Swallows or something. After I got out, I was hanging out with your brother at Swallows 2 days ago.
Listen on your favorite platform.
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the score 1260. I want to talk a little bit about Major League Baseball All-Star rosters have been revealed. And there are some interesting snubs that I really can't believe. First of all, Juan Soto was left off the National League All-Star roster. Listen, I get Soto isn't having maybe the lights out insane year that we all thought he might going to the Mets. But the guy is hitting 265 with a 401 on base, 509 slugging, 22 home runs, and 54 RBI. He leads the league in walks. He's got a WAR over 4, and just not on the All-Star team? Really? We couldn't find a spot for Juan Soto? Okay, sure. There's really there's a couple that kind of make sense. Rafael Devers not making the team because he switched leagues. That kind of makes sense. But I look at this roster, and especially the National League one. So here are the outfielders that made the All-Star team over Juan Soto. The starting outfield, sure. Ronald Acuna Jr., Pete Crow Armstrong, Kyle Tucker. That's fine. They were voted in, all having great seasons. Pete Crow Armstrong is legit. This guy is so good. I've had a lot of fun watching him this year. I wasn't sure if he was ever going to be able to hit, and he proved me wrong. Corbin Carroll, Kyle Stowers, Fernando Tatis Jr., James Wood. Now, Tatis is great, but his OPS is 100 points lower. He's got less home runs. He's got less RBI in about 50 less at bats. So he does have less time, but it just doesn't make sense to me to put Fernando Tatis Jr. in this game ahead of Juan Soto. It also doesn't make any sense to me that Christian Sanchez from the Philadelphia Phillies was left off. Christian Sanchez is having one of the best seasons of any pitcher in the National League. Same with Ranger Suarez, actually, 2 Phillies starting pitchers, both of which get left off. And then you've got Clayton Kershaw on the team as a quote-unquote legend pick by Rob Manfred, which all that tells me is Clayton Kershaw is officially done after this year. This will be the last time we see Clayton Kershaw, which kind of makes me sad. But that's all that says to me is if you're giving him this legend spot on the All-Star roster, he's probably going to pitch an inning in the game, get his last All-Star outing. That's fine. If it is in fact his last year. But David Peterson and Jake Mizorowski, the rookie from Milwaukee, who has been lights out, absolutely lights out. This kid is filthy. He's got 25 innings in his career. Rook, good for you. I'm glad that you're having a great start to your season. But he's made 5 starts. At least when Paul Skeens started the All-Star game last year, he had made a bunch of starts for the Pirates. He got called up quick, and made enough of an impact to warrant being the All-Star game starting pitcher. And I'm not saying that Mizorowski is going to start the game because he likely won't. But you're going to take a spot away from Ranger Suarez or Christian Sanchez when this guy, if you think he's going to be that good, he'll probably be back. I just don't get it. Also, Trey Turner missed the All-Star game as well. Sure. Julio Rodriguez was named to the team in the American League, which Julio Rodriguez has done nothing this year to warrant being an All-Star. He's got an OPS below 700. He plays great defense in center field. Cool. But Julio Rodriguez, a few years ago, we were discussing as one of the great superstars, to come in our sport. And he's just sort of fallen off a cliff. I think Josh and I discussed it last week. Is Julio Rodriguez broken? Because I don't know what happened to this guy's ability to hit, but it's gone. Stephen Kwan's been great. Byron Buxton's having a good season for Minnesota. And Randy Arozarena is replacing Julio Rodriguez on the All-Star roster because Julio Rodriguez unable to play. But it's like these guys not making it. And it's not even the fact that they were named over Rafaela Stone. It's the fact that they were named, these outfielders I just mentioned, they were named over George Springer, who's having a great comeback season in Toronto. We all thought maybe that contract wasn't really going to work out because George Springer was getting a little older, and he goes to Toronto and doesn't have a great showing when he first gets there. Or he had a few years ago, they signed him when he was 32, and then he just sort of starts declining. Last year he had 220 in 145 games. This year he's got an 869 OPS. He's got 16 home runs. George Springer should be there. At 35 years old, he's having a bit of a career revival here. I can't believe this is already his 4th season in Toronto. It seems, or 5th. It's already his 5th season in Toronto. It seems like he's only been there 3 years. And he's having this career revival a little bit at the age of 35 and gets left off the All-Star roster. I would not have I was like, yeah, he signed there 2-3 years ago, didn't he? No, this is year 5 in Toronto already for George Springer, which I believe means he's an impending free agent. Is this the entirety of his contract with Toronto? No, he's got one more year. Pat, that's great. No, he got 6. That's great insight, Pat. Springer stinks. He's got a 139 OPS plus. He's got an 869 OPS, 16 home runs, 16 doubles, 11 stolen bases without getting caught, 53 RBI, 369 on base. Yeah, you're right, Pat. The guy stinks. Great insight there from Pat in the chat. I mean, Bellinger's another one. Bellinger should also probably be there, the way he's been playing as of late. And Jazz Chisholm made it. Stats are for nerds. Belly is actually good. Too many good outfielders. Yeah, there are too many good outfielders. But why is Julio Rodriguez going there in the first place? That's the problem. Is Julio Rodriguez hasn't been the guy that we thought he was going to be in like 2 years. It's just a really strange selection process by the managers this year for the All-Star reserves and the pitchers. I just don't really get the thought process behind some of these guys. Like I mentioned, Mizorowski. The guy has been great in 5 starts. He's had 5 really good starts at the big league level. His 4 wins are against like Paul Skeens, Clayton Kershaw. It's against like other all-stars. It's all a mess. Stone says move All-Star Weekend to the 4th of July, Derby 4th, Game 5th. It's tough because the 4th of July is already so intrinsically associated with baseball because it's the only sport on. Everyone, like, at least in my family 4th of July party every year, you know, we don't sit inside and watch it. We're all outside, but there's a TV, like, in the shed, and all day there's a game on. Nationals start at 11. Whoever they're playing, this year was the Red Sox. The Nationals start at 11 a.m., and then there's baseball on the rest of the day. Stone said, right, but I'm not watching my team on the 4th. I mean, I was able to, but I don't know. I don't hate. That's, yeah, a lot of people are on boats or, you know, in a pool or something. I don't hate the idea at all. It's just, and this is the same thing that we've been saying about Major League Baseball for years now. I've been pounding on the table. They still don't know exactly how to market their talent. Because they put a ton of stock into a few guys, which they should. They should have you do the hot dog eating contest at the Derby. That's an idea, Stone. We get Joey Chestnut and Aaron Judge in the same building. Can Aaron Judge hit as many home runs as Joey Chestnut eats hot dogs? That is a contest. I think we just fixed the home run derby. Combine it with the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. It's perfect. Also, the home run derby field. I've heard people talking about it. The home run derby field has been announced. I like the field. I think it's fun. People were saying it was a bad field. Those people don't know ball. I know Noah Cunha. He's sitting out. He was replaced by Matt Olson, his teammate, who Matt Olson hits tanks, so I'm fine with it. Yeah, people who say this is a bad field don't know ball. James Wood, some of the best natural power in the game. That guy's just going to be hitting missiles all over the field. Love him. Cal Raleigh, currently 1 home run behind Barry Bonds for the most in a first half of a season. 1. He's 1 home run behind Barry Bonds. Byron Buxton, really great raw power. O'Neal Cruz, guy hits the hardest balls in baseball. Junior Camaro's a stud that not enough people know about in Tampa. That guy is electric. I was watching him in the Dominican Winter League Championship. Absolute awesome player. Stone said we have 2 6'7" guys in the Derby. When's the last time that happened? That's a great question. James Wood and O'Neal Cruz, both large human beings. Brent Rooker. Hey, I like Brent Rooker. He's fun on Twitter. He's got some real pop. Really good hitter. Matt Olson, who I mentioned, and Jazz Chisholm Jr., the guy who I keep saying is too fun to play for the New York Yankees. The guy is too fun and too cool to play for the Yankees. So I'm glad he's in the home run derby. I think it's going to be a really fun derby this year. I think it's a great field. A really great field. James Wood might just win this whole thing and shock everybody because that guy's going to be one of the best pure hitters with power in Major League Baseball for years to come. We'll take a timeout. More to talk about when we come back on Outside the Box Score.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news.
Yeah, I saw people talking about this field, and they're like, this is one of the worst fields I've ever seen. Yeah, I think I can probably get the bracket. They might not have released the bracket yet. Oh, no, they don't do the bracket anymore. They changed it again. All right, so when I come back, yeah, they changed the home run derby format again. First round, 8 players have 3 minutes or 40 pitches, whichever comes first, hit as many homers as possible. There's also a bonus period for each player that lasts until they record 3 outs, any swing that doesn't result in a home run within the period. If a player hits a home run of at least 425 feet within the bonus period, the period is extended until a player records a 4th out. What? So every player gets this bonus period. What's the point of having it be a bonus period? So you get 40 pitches, and then you get an extra however many it takes you to record 3 outs. Unless you hit one 425 feet, then you get a 4th out. This is what, the 3rd time they've changed the format in the last 6 years? 7 years, maybe? Players with the top 4 homer totals advance to the semis. In the event of a first-round tie, the player who hit the longest home run during the round advances. And then the bracket sets... Oh, so there is a bracket in the semifinals. And then it's the 1 seed versus the 4 seed and the 2 seed versus the 3 seed based on how many home runs they hit. Players will have 2 minutes or 27 pitches. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
McGuire is an equal opportunity employer.
And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the Score 1260. During the break, this is why you got to watch the live stream, folks. I was just going through the format for the home run derby this year. They changed it again. I just went through the whole format. You can look at it. I'm on MLB.com. So it starts with no bracket, but you have 3 minutes to hit as many home runs as possible. Then the top four result or go into the semifinals. And then there's a bracket 1v4, then 2v3 in terms of seeding based on how many home runs you hit in the first round. And then that takes 2 minutes or 27 pitches, whatever happens first. And then you go to the finals, which is a one-on-one. This is another problem with Major League Baseball. They can't leave anything alone. And which is funny to say about a sport that's been around in pretty much the same capacity since the 1850s. But it seems like under Rob Manfred, things just can't be left alone. The Derby in the old format, when you got 10 outs and you just got to hit dingers until you get to 10 outs. And, you know, we always bring up the Josh Hamilton performance at Yankee Stadium, which he ended up losing that Derby to Justin Morneau. But that's beside the point. That was the best format they had for the Derby. Plain and simple. It worked. It was fun to watch. You get 10 outs. Just go. Then they switch it to the bracket style and the 3 minutes and, you know, you just go. And it was fun. Guys hit a lot more home runs because you've just got the 3 minutes, so you can just swing as much as you want in that 3 minutes. There are a lot more home runs hit generally, but I mean, it's not fun. Like it's not. It doesn't feel like there's as much pressure on guys like there were when there were 10 outs, and now they change it back to kind of that because in the first round there's a bonus period that everyone gets that they go until they record 3 outs unless they hit a home run over 425 feet. Then there's a 4th out. It's a home run derby. It should be simple. You get this many outs. How many dingers did you hit? Okay, cool. You move on or you don't. It's the most simple concept in all of baseball. Should be a home run derby. When me and my friends used to go down to the park and play home run derby, it was okay. You get 15 swings or something like that. And that was it. Why can't Major League Baseball just figure out that it's time? Sometimes the simplest solution is the best one. Pat says he used to crush me in home run derbies. That's true. I had 0 pop. None. I never hit a home run in a game. Not once. I played baseball for 15 years. I never hit a home run in a game. I was a singles hitter. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. But yeah, that's my home run derby rant for the day because I just don't understand why Major League Baseball just can't let some things be simple. It's a shame. We're going to take another timeout. We'll be back in a few minutes on Outside the Box Score.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes.
You didn't hit many singles either, big. Hey, I did when I was not on varsity. I was more of a Babe Ruth RBI type of player, you know. JV superstar. I should probably plug my gig tonight at some point. If anyone in the universe, the online universe watching this right now, doesn't have any plans tonight, one of my bands, Sketched in Stone, playing at TK on the Hill, Onondaga Hill, Split Rock Road tonight. I think we're starting at like 7:30. Excuse me. It's yeah, we're playing outside. I think it's 7:30 to 9:30, 7:30 to 10, something like that. TK Tavern, Sketched in Stone. One of my two bands. The other one, currently called Pillars of Autumn. Actually, that's a story I want to tell on air. Hey, listen, Jim, if Myers Creek wants to pay my band to play there, I absolutely will. My other band, actually, they got in contact with us about playing there, which, yeah, I'll play at Myers. The Palace out in Casanova. Yeah, then my other band has a gig on Wednesday night at Ale's Wine and Whiskey downtown. But I do have a bit of a funny story to tell about my other band, which I'm not going to currently name. Because I don't think it's going to be that name for much longer. Jimmy, been out on the links lately? Yes, I got a 104 tee time at Wanoa Golf Club today. Can't drive the ball. Damn. I'm struggling off the tee right now too. It's amazing. I go to the range. I'm hitting it dead straight, little baby cut, just how I want to. Get on the course, lose it. Can't hit a driver to save my life on the golf course right now. I've never played Wanoa before, so I'm hoping it's wide open. Can't get your weight to the left side. We can discuss that, Jim. We can discuss that. Golf Pro Mark's coming out a little bit, so. And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the score 1260. Pat, believe it or not, I have not played Pompey. I have a buddy who's a member of Pompey, and I can get out there. I have not played it. I cannot give you a scouting report, so I'm planning on playing it soon. I'm going to do sort of a 1-for-1 thing. The Syracuse Mets have a bit of a deal with Pompey, so I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get around with Michael and Jack over at Bellevue, the two broadcasters for the Syracuse Mets, and then I'll get them out to Bellevue, and then they'll get me out to Pompey, and we'll do sort of a 1-for-1 sort of thing. I'm going to try to set that up at least. Like I said, I'm playing with Noah this afternoon. Never played there before either. I know the pro over there, Mel Baum. I used to work with his son, Spencer, at Bellevue Country Club. Spencer, damn good player. So looking forward to playing there this afternoon. I was just saying that, my driver is just awful right now. I just can't find a fairway. Last time I played, played 18 on the 4th of July. The morning of the 4th, I played with Jim the Manchild Lurch and Jamie the FedEx guy. I think I hit 3 fairways and 7 greens. So I had 7 birdie putts, and I didn't make a single one of them. It was bad. The putting has not been great. The driver has not been great. The iron play, solid right now. The iron play is real solid right now. So I'm looking forward to playing this afternoon. I'm playing with a good friend of mine. Shout out Mara. Shout out Mara Nunez. We will be playing this afternoon at kind of her home course. She plays in a league there. So getting out there. I wanted to bring up anyone locally out there listening to this. If you're looking for something to do on a Saturday night, why not stop at TK Tavern on the Hill on Split Rock Road and check out Sketched in Stone, my band playing tonight. 7:30 start time. Playing outside. I've played at TK before. I've never played outside there before, but it's a good spot. I've only been there the once when I played there in the gig. Really nice people, good bar, really fun music venue, and we're pretty good. I gotta say it. I really like playing with this band. Pretty diverse set list. And you can hear me rock out on lead guitar for most of the night. Will I be on vocals for a song or two? I'm not going to confirm nor deny if I will be singing or not tonight. But I will certainly be playing guitar. And you should check that out. And then my next gig is actually coming up on Wednesday with my other band, who is currently known as Pillars of Autumn. I'll get to that in a second, but Pillars of Autumn, as of right now, is playing at Ales, Wine, and Whiskey downtown Wednesday the 16th. That's a 10 to 1 time slot. So a late one on a Wednesday night. But would really appreciate if anyone out there listening, if you're into rock music, alternative music, anything like that, come check us out. I'm more Sketched in Stone is more of a classic rock, southern rock, blues, that vibe. That's the one playing tonight. So if you're into that, that's way more my speed. That's what I really love to play. Check us out tonight at TK Tavern. If you like more of the alternative, some 90s, early 2000s stuff, mixed in with some originals, which I think we just recorded some of them on Wednesday. I think they sound great. I wrote one of them. All of us have written original songs for the band. So if you want to hear some of those, check out Pillars of Autumn at Ales Wine and Whiskey Lounge Wednesday night, 10 to 1, downtown Syracuse. Now, I say we're called Pillars of Autumn for now because there is a band based out of Toronto called Pillars of Autumn. And no, Jim, we do not play Sweet Child of Mine. I can play Sweet Child of Mine. I just don't want to. So there's a band out of Toronto called Pillars of Autumn. They're kind of like a death metal band, I think, like real hardcore stuff. I actually wonder if my buddy Zach Nunez might have heard of him because he's into all that stuff. And the other day, and listen, we didn't know about this band when we named our band. Okay? First of all, they named it before I got there. This was a band that I joined. So Pillars of Autumn was already the name. I was unfamiliar with this other band. Jim, I think we did a Google search after I joined because I remember being like, yeah, I found out there's a band in Toronto. And they were like, yeah, I do think I remember that, but no one cared. So we get an email yesterday from Pillars of Autumn to Pillars of Autumn. Good evening, guys. We really hate to reach out like this, but there's begun to be a lot of confusion with our names. We get random messages about shows in Syracuse and just general confusion of U.S. fans of ours thinking we're touring stateside. We'd like to mention that our name is registered trademark under Intellectual Property Ontario. These confusions are showing that our reach is overlapping, and given our large U.S. reach, it's causing booking issues in the U.S. and issues with people thinking we're already booked for dates. For both of our continued successes, we'd recommend you guys change your name. It's not quite a cease and desist, Jim, but it's pretty close. So, I gotta say, I'm proud I'm proud of it. It is a pre-cease and desist. I'm proud of my boys. I guess we're starting to get the smallest bit of recognition, which leads to a pretty niche band that no one really has heard of reaching out to us to be like, hey, you guys got to change your name. And hey, we've got other names in the hopper. Like, they had other names that were fine and we could use. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to change the name of the band, but our EP that we just recorded a lot of on Wednesday, which I'm going to advertise the crap out of this when it comes out. But we are making an EP, and we're going to call that Pillars of Autumn and change the name of the band, I think. It would be really funny to C&D the C&D. That would be hilarious. But it's really funny because so we get this email yesterday. And like 2 weeks ago, we had stickers and business cards made. The stickers are P of A, except the letters are actual pillars and there's like leaves. They're actually really cool stickers. I put one on my guitar case. And so it's just funny that we were just starting to like get all this branding stuff done with Pillars of Autumn, and we had a logo made, and we had stickers and business cards and this photo shoot and all this stuff. And then we get the pre-cease and desist email from this Toronto metal band. Hey, I'm happy we're getting enough recognition to even where this band even considers sending us an email to change our name. The fact that we have gotten the slightest bit of recognition makes me incredibly proud. So let's see, man. The guys are discussing how to respond to their email, but we'll see. We'll see where this all goes. I'm going to recommend that we Uno reverse them. Jim says outside the box score never got any letters. That's true. That's true because I stole this show name from another show I did with Josh. So it's got those creative juices flowing one day. Outside the box score, it's a good name. I think I own the rights to the name. I don't know. I didn't trademark it or anything. But I think I discussed that with the show when I was like, hey, or with the station when I was like, hey, this was already the name of my show, so it's mine, like that sort of thing. So I don't think the station owns the rights to the name. Yeah, I don't know. I should probably look into that. Stoned, if you trademark the name of my show, I would be okay with that. You'd be getting more money off of it than I would. That's for sure. We got to take one more time out, come back, wrap things up on Outside the Box Score.
The home of the Syracuse Mets is the Score 12.
Yeah, man, that was so fun. Like, on Wednesday, like, all four of us are in the studio, and we're like getting excited. Our first EP. It's 7 original songs. Like, we initially were gonna just do it as like a demo to send to places. Like, hey, this is the type of stuff we do, and we're talking about. And we're like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just make an EP. Like, let's just originally we're gonna do like a couple of covers and then a couple of originals, and we were like, we've got 7 original songs. Let's release an EP. Screw it. Let's see what happens, I do have a song on it, which I'm after new name. Can you say formerly Pillars of Autumn for a short time? I think our new name should be the band formerly known as Pillars of Autumn. Just pull a Prince. The band formerly known as Pillars of Autumn. I think that'd be hilarious. Yeah, Yeah, just fully pull a Prince. But yeah, I'm really proud of the work we're doing. It's good stuff, man. I've never recorded original songs of mine before. And I've got a few that I've written over the years, but this one I didn't write the lyrics. Shout out Fred Hintz, who wrote the lyrics. And did a great job. And he sings lead vocals on it because I'm really not much of a singer. I can do it when absolutely necessary, but I'm really not much. And so I came up with this riff and like this guitar part and all this stuff. Columns of Spring would also be funny. And so I came up with this musical part and I was like, it's something. Like this is a song. There is like I have the structure. I just couldn't come up with words to it. And I sat down so many times trying to write a song, like write the song around this. And so after a while, I gave up and I was like, boys, I got a thing that could be a song. I just can't do the words. And Fred took it on and he did a great job. So I'm looking forward. It's called From the Bird's Nest. When that comes out, I'm very excited to see what people think of it. Is it kind of a bit of a, is it a bit inspired by Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits? Yes, it is. It's very much inspired by Sultans of Swing. That's what I'll say. It's not the same. It's different. The chords are different, but it's clearly inspired by what I think is one of the great rock songs of all time. So, and one of my favorite guitar players, Mark Knopfler, was a huge influence on this song. So, Go Straight Jam Band. The band playing tonight's kind of a jam band, Pat. You would like Sketched in Stone. It's a lot of me. And we're back outside the box score with me, Mark Rowlands, your home for local sports in Syracuse, right here on the Score 1260, wrapping up another fun-filled hour here on the Score. Jim just giving me a little update on the Red Sox. Ceddanne Rafael playing second today. Marcelo Meyer playing third. I like it. Fine with that. Marcelo Meyer is going to, when him and Roman Anthony really figure it out, watch out. Anthony's starting to. Anthony's getting hot. But when those two really start to figure it out, the Red Sox are going to be a problem for the rest of the American League. Just wanted to end the show. Quick plugs again. We'll be back next week, same time, same channel, 11 a.m. on the Score 1260. Follow me on Twitter at @marker_box. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/marker_box. Ryan says Red Sox suck in chat. Thank you, Ryan. Glad you were here today, bud. Looking forward to seeing you whenever you come back to New York State. So you can watch the show live. Got a camera set up and everything every week at 11 to 12. No commercials. It's just me and you guys in the chat. It's fun. We had a great showing on the stream today. Tonight, 7:30 at TK Tavern. My band Sketched in Stone. Wednesday night at Ale's Wine and Whiskey Lounge, 10 to 1. My other band, Pillars of Autumn. I've clearly got a whole lot of things going on right now, but I'm so happy that you guys are here to, help support me every Saturday morning, and hope you'll continue to tune in because this is one of my favorite parts of the week, even without Josh here, who I obviously miss Josh whenever he's not in studio, but even without him here, just being able to talk to you guys, I love doing it every week. So we'll do it again next week, 11 a.m., same time, same place on the Score 1260. Peace.